should I start creating the Facebook now? Yes.
We're inventing an online persona.
Gender female.
Our colleague Apurva has agreed to pose as a recently graduated international student.
I'm gonna do language, and I'll also put Hindi.
Like thousands of others, her alter ego, Aparna Kumar, is eager to work and stay in Canada, a perfect mark for online scammers.
I think for a cover photo, I could do like a pet.
We want to see if unscrupulous actors will try to sell her an illegal path to permanent residence.
Perfect. Facebook's created.
On Kijiji, there's
LMIA, Labor Market Impact Assessment, is a document granting an employer permission to hire temporary foreign workers. Since July, we've tracked dozens of ads like these on Facebook Marketplace and Kijiji, offering pre-approved LMIA jobs like cook, bookkeeper, or construction worker, all for a price. To gain permanent residence, all foreign nationals must compete by accumulating points using Canada's comprehensive ranking system called a CRS score. Because LMIA jobs fill gaps in Canada's labour market, they add 50 to 200 additional points towards that score. With millions competing to stay, those extra points become invaluable.
okay, this one's interesting.
Using our pseudonym account, we contact several Facebook and Kijiji sellers.
LMI is available immediately. I'm just gonna say, hello, I am interested.
It doesn't take long to get our first response. One of the LMIA sellers starts engaging us on WhatsApp.
How much is your CRS score?
And then another seller gives us a call.
Hello.
Hello?
Hi. I received a message on WhatsApp. So looking for LMI?
Within minutes, he names his price.
This LMI is a paid LMI. It will be employer cost and the immigration lawyer cost.
Okay.
It will be total nearly $25,000 on that.
You heard right, $25,000. We play our conversation to immigration lawyer Ravi Jain.
Nearly $25,000 on that.
I can absolutely assure you that no lawyer would charge anywhere near that amount. The issue is that this person is selling an LMIA and they're paying the employer, and that's offside. They're not allowed to do that.
Yes. I just need to
Back in our test room, that other LMIA seller who messaged us earlier
Oh, she's calling me. Hello?
with this seller, the cost is $28,000. But there's a twist.
Is there a job?
No, that's a without job.
There's no actual job, you just know.
Okay, that's outright fraud. So this person is doing something very illegal, and they're doing it quite openly.
If there's no job, like in terms of the pay stubs and all, like how would that work?
So will they sharing the pay stubs like bi-weekly or so? It's just that the amount of your net pay you have to pay.
So I would have to give you the money then?
Yes.
Essentially, they're manufacturing the payroll. The program requires that there be a legitimate job associated with it, that the person's going to the job, they're getting it, they're getting paid, that there's, Canadians that are not available. That's how it's designed to work. This involves someone manufacturing a job for the purpose of getting permanent residence. So that's illegal.
A temporary foreign worker at this restaurant says they got caught in a similar scheme. The man says a Canadian immigration consultant promised him a path to permanent residence for $50,000 to be paid in 5 installments. Before making the second payment of $15,000, he asked the consultant if it should be sent by bank or cash. The reply, employer needs to be given cash. That employer was Turtle Jack's Oakville. Manager Inderjit Lamba offered the worker a full-time position as a cook, one of 2 LMIA-approved jobs worth 50 additional points towards permanent residence. But after arriving in Canada from India, the worker discovered his job was not what it seemed. He wouldn't actually work any hours. Instead, he was told to make bi-weekly cash payments to the employer in order to stay on the payroll. How much money should be sent to the employer? He asks his consultant. $1,471.53 is the cash amount. Due it every second week, she replies. In another WhatsApp message, the manager, Lamba, tells the worker to ask a member of staff for an envelope. Put payment in there, close the envelope, and have another member of staff put in my box, put my name on it. And if a payment was late, a threat to take him off the payroll, jeopardizing his hope of permanent residence. If you are not here today, I will end the pay, Lamba writes. Because LMIA positions come with a closed work permit, he was not authorized to work for any other employer. He was stuck.
I have seen a wide array of abuse going on, from psychological to monetary to sexual abuse.
Immigration consultant Tatiana Boxhorn says she's helped over 800 vulnerable workers get a special permit, allowing them to work for any employer anywhere.
They're terrified to report because of what has been instilled in them. If you say something, I'm going to have you deported.
Boxhorn says most of the cases she's done involved LMIA payroll schemes.
What I never did understand is how somebody can request an LMIA from Service Canada and say, I have a need to hire this person, and then not ever employ this person, but run a payroll.
CBC News reached out to Service Canada, the agency that approved the LMIA for Turtle Jacks Oakville. They told us they're currently conducting compliance activities on this employer. Lamba told CBC the allegations are unproven, unsubstantiated, and are denied, adding Service Canada has not informed them of any violations or negative findings whatsoever. After being contacted by CBC News, parent company MTY said of the franchisee, "We will not renew his franchise agreement," adding they have 90 days to sell the restaurant and will never own any of their franchises again. In the meantime, despite several government announcements meant to restrict LMIAs and crack down on fraud, ads offering LMIA jobs for cash have tripled.